Good morning, class. Today, the first practical we are going to cover, but most of the points what is expected to get complete regarding the first practical yet not completed from the class side. So, what we will do? Anyhow, you are supposed to perform one mini project in this semester. So, the outcome. So, hello. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, the expected part, if we go with the syllabus, the first practical is most of the parts of the syllabus yet not completed. So we will focus on one activity that is related to your mini project. So anyhow, in this semester, you have to complete one project. So with reference to that project, we will try to complete the design perspectives. So all of you are define your project title is clear with you, and with respect to your project title, we'll try to get the first SRS part, SRS, which is standing for software requirement specification. So first we need to complete the SRS part. Once you have done with an SRS part, we need to go for the next phase called as what, design phase. Now while we are preparing for the designing, we can simple at the earliest moment, we can simple go with first algorithm, and then we will go with the flow charts. So anyone can share me their problem statement. So for that problem statement, I can show you how to perform the analysis, and then how we can proceed for the algorithms, and how we can proceed for the flow chart. So any group, just type your problem statement. Yes, anyone, any group. See, this is expected list of the program we supposed to perform during the practicals, but with reference to this, we have yet not done the syllabus part. So what I will prefer to do is, anyhow in this semester you need to complete one project. So just open your project, and any group can share me their title. So with respect to that title, we will try to perform the first three phases, that is what, analysis part and simple designing parts with reference to algorithm and flowchart. So do it fast. Okay. No reply from your side. No problem. I have one problem statement. I'll share that problem statement with you. Okay, see, so this is just an SRS part, kind of an problems what I identified, and at this moment my focus is on ATM scenario, or what we can say the problems with respect to the banking, and that banking problem I'm trying to solve with one simple solution called as what ATM system. So how the ATM system will work, that part we will discuss. So this process is done by then analyst person. So there is, just imagine one bank person, a manager of that bank is approached to your team, and one of person from your team is playing the role as an analyst. So he has just supposed to understand what the problem that bank manager is facing, what are the problems faced by the customer of that particular bank, that we need to understand, and we need to provide the solution to them. So with reference to that, what kind of interactions will be there between that bank manager and person from the software development team, that we will just documented, we will simply call it as one writing the problem statement. So see here what they are saying: the software to be designed will control simulated automated teller machine like this ATM, having magnetic strip reader for reading an ATM card. So whatever the system we will develop, the system will read a card. What type of card it will read? It will read a magnetic strip card. Customer console, that customer console where customer can interact with the system with the help of their keyboard, and whatever the input keyboard through keyboard it is going to give, it should be get displayed on a particular board called as what display board. So a customer console that is made up of keyboard and display for interaction with customers. Next point, a slot for depositing envelope. Why we need to develop the envelope? Because to give the cash to the ATM machines. So deposit options also will be there. Next part, a dispenser for cash. Dispenser means if any customer is interested to take the cash from the bank side, so that will be there as an dispenser. So in multiples of the amounts, whatever the what we can say the currency is over there. Next is printer for printing customer receipts. So whatever the transaction done, maybe a deposit has been done, or maybe a withdrawal part done by the customer. With reference to that, one printer machine should be there. Next is a keyboard operated switch to allow an operator to start or stop the machine. So from bank side, there should be one person who can able to make the machine on or make the machine off. The ATM will communicate with bank computer over an appropriate communication link. So it should be get connected to the bank 24 by 7 by 365 days, having a proper connections. So such type of things, this will be highlighted. So this is what the overall idea, what system is supposed to do. So what they are saying, that there should be a system, that system should read the card, that is what ATM card. What type of ATM card? A magnetic strip card. Also customer should have a keyboard and screen where whatever they have entered should be get displayed to the particular customer. Then that particular ATM should have kind of input, what we can say, from where the end user should able to give the notes to the bank, and also the that ATM should have another options to give the notes after performing a transaction to the end users. That is what dispenser for the cash. And also it need one printer to print out whatever the transaction has done, maybe deposit or maybe withdrawal. So this is expected simple part from the end user side. Next, the ATM will serve one customer at a time. This is one of the most important condition. The machine will operate only with one customer at a time. So I am highlighting this. This is one of the design constraint given by the end user. Now, next part. Customer will be required to insert an ATM card and enter personal identification number. So we call that as an PIN number. So has to be get entered. Both of which will be sent to the bank for the validation as a part of each transaction. The customer will then be able to perform one or more transactions. So depending on need of a customer, will be allowed it to perform the transactions. The card will retain in the machines until the customer indicates that she desires no further transactions, at which point it will be returned except as noted below. Now, can anyone tell me what is meaning of this? Whatever the points I have highlighted. The card will be retained in the ATM machine until the customer indicates that he or she, means whoever the customer is there, desires no further transactions, at which point it will be returned. What is meaning of this? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone? Okay. Just imagine you have two options in front of you. I hope you all have done the ATM transactions. You all are having the ATM cards with you. You have two banks in front of you. Just imagine one is the State Bank of India and one is HDFC Bank. So what is the scenario with State Bank? You just swap your card, you just insert your card and take your card back. Then that ATM will ask you to enter details, that is what your PIN, personal identification number, and after PIN, if it is get validated, you are supposed to perform the transaction. That is what the one option. Second option, that is in case of HDFC Bank, you no need to swap the card. Your card will remain inside the ATM machine till the whole transaction is get completed. So just simple question, which one is a good? The first one, that is with SBI is good one, or with HDFC, that for the whole transaction purpose your card remains inside the ATM machine. Which one is good?
I think first one.
First one. Why first one?
No particular reason, but
no, just imagine that is suppose one senior citizen person is there and he has just swapped a card, and unfortunately he left the machines over there and take out his card back and just moved from that place. That may be a problem. Don't you feel that? He had just inserted the card.
Yeah.
He had just swapped his card and just left the place. It might be the case.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's why I talk about the second scenario, that for your entire transaction purpose, your card should be inside the ATM. So once your card is complete, means suppose just I just want to take the cash. Once I get the cash, then I can select an option that I will go for an withdrawal of card. Then only the bank, that ATM machine will dispatch a card to the end user. That is what expected here. The card will remain retained inside the machine. जोपर्यंत ट्रान्झॅक्शन पूर्ण होत नाही तोपर्यंत ते कार्ड एटीएम मशीन मध्ये असणं खूप चांगलं आहे. अदरवाईज काय होऊ शकतं, तुम्ही गेलात फक्त कार्ड स्वॅप केलं आणि काही कारणास्तव तुम्ही विसरलात तर ते ट्रान्झॅक्शन पुढे कंटिन्यू कदाचित राहू शकतं. आता बिंग ॲज आपण काय म्हणू शकतो, ज्यावेळेस सिनियर सिटीजन्स वगैरे जातात त्यावेळेस एकतर ते घाबरतात किंवा काही प्रॉब्लेम्स असू शकतात, तर तिथं तो प्रॉब्लेम्स येऊ शकतो. सो द सिम्पल सोल्युशन फॉर दॅट प्रॉब्लेम इज मेक द कार्ड इनसाइड द एटीएम मशीन टिल द ट्रान्झॅक्शन इज गेट completed. Is this clear? Okay. अजून अजून काही आपण सिक्युरिटी देऊ शकतो, कारण दुसऱ्या केसमध्ये पण प्रॉब्लेम आहे. The second scenario what I said, there is also a problem. What kind of a solution we can give then? Just think on it, take your own time. We will discuss at the end of a practical, no problem. I hope these 2 points are clear. Whatever the interaction between the हे कुठं होत आहे communication, that communication happens between the analyst person from the software developer side to the bank manager, and they agreed on these points. And once they agreed, we can list out the problem statement. So the simple problem statement they have done here is the ATM must be able to provide the following services to the customers. Just read down. I hope my screen is visible. Should I increase the font? Like I'll increase the font so that you can read it easily. Okay. See the first, read number 1 carefully. Customer must be able to make a cash withdrawal for any suitable account linked to the card in multiples of, we will make here just for our understanding as rupees 100, just to make it understanding. So minimum 100 rupees transaction it can done. So approval must be obtained from the bank before the cash is dispensed. Now what is meaning of this? The first line, the customer must be able to make a cash withdrawal from any suitable account linked to the card in multiple of 100. Now can anyone help me? What is meaning of this? Yes, please be active. Don't be passive listener. Be an active. Now you need to understand each and everything in terms of solution perspective. This is the problem. We need to now write it into the solution terms. So this is the problem. Now we need to find out the solution while we are developing the ATM machine. Yes, anyone? No one there? So what I'm saying, the customer must be able to perform or withdraw a cash from any suitable account unless until he is having the bank account that is linked to the card. He cannot able to perform the transaction. The first condition. Second, he can withdraw minimum 100 or maximum up to the multiples of 100. So it may be 200, it may be 300, it may be 500, or it may be up to 10,000. That is what the maximum allowed part in multiple of 100. And the most important part, approval must be obtained from the bank before cash is dispensed. Now approval for what purpose? Suppose he is having 2000 in his account and he is interested to draw the 2000 account. But as per the conditions of a bank should expect minimum balance like 500 or like 1000 should be there. So considering that amount, the bank should allow to withdraw the particular amount. So that is what approval must be obtained from the bank before the cash is dispensed. And for that process, it as soon as you insert the card or you swap the card, the ATM collect the details of the card, send it to the bank, validate whether the card is valid or not, means it performs the validation process. Once the card is valid, it will ask you to enter the pin, and if pin is get verified, then and then only you will be allowed it to perform the further transaction. So that is what approval has been done for your first identification. Second approval it requires for allowing you to perform the expected transaction. That is what the second scenario. Now moving towards the next point, that is point number 2. Customer must be able to make deposit to any account linked to the card consisting of cash or check in an envelope. The customer will enter the amount of deposit into the ATM subject to manual verification when the envelope is removed from the machine by an operator. Approval must be obtained from the bank before physically accepting the envelope. See, this is what another requirement. You can just read it. I will explain it, but try to understand it and please help me also. Yes, anyone? What do you understand by the second point? Can anyone? Okay. So this ATM machine is, second scenario is what? This machine is allowing you to perform two kind of an operations. Not only the withdraw, it is allowing you to perform the deposit operation, deposit transaction also. Now while you are performing the deposit, again you need to insert your card. With respect to your card, you need to insert your amount. That amount what you insert should be inside the proper envelope, and you need to submit that envelope to the what we can say ATM machine. And not only the amount, even you can allow it to deposit the checks also, but that amount and check should be inside a proper envelope. So the customer will insert the amount of deposit into the ATM machine. So that subject to manual verification when envelope is removed from the machine by an operator. So once you perform the transaction, it's a what we can say clarification, or sometimes it need to get an approval. Just imagine you entered into the bank and you deposited your amount into your account. So for that, you give it to the cashier. Cashier verifies everything, the currency, the amount you insert on that particular slip. So it verifies each and everything. Once it is verified, the amount matches. He put a stamp on that withdrawal on that slip and make sign and date, and then give you the some kind of a what we can say return to you saying that yes, everything is matched. So half part of that slip is given to you as a proof that you have deposited this particular amount. But in case of ATM, no one is there. So what they are saying that you just put it inside a particular envelope, enter the amounts and deposit that envelope. Now, when the operator of that ATM will come over there, that operator will verify each and everything, and based on that verification, bank will give you the clarification. Yes, that particular amount is deposited or some whatever the problems are there. So that approval must be obtained from the bank before physically accepting the envelope. So that will be done from the bank side. So it's a responsibility of bank, not as an part of a software sides. So understand this. Now third, the most important part again, the customer must be able to make transfer of money between any two accounts linked to the card. So Mr. A having account in SBI Pandharpur, Mr. B having SBI account but in Pune branch. So A should be able to perform a transaction from his account to the B's account and vice versa process. So that should be able to perform. The next is a customer must be able to make a balance inquiry of any account linked to the card. So with respect to that particular card, that customer can perform balance inquiry. So how much balance is there? Like a statement, balance inquiry in the state in the case of not only the final amount, will but should able to get the entire transaction history. So how much amount is deposited, withdrawn, at what date it is get deposited, by whom it is get deposited. These all the things should be able to get the machine should able to provide this kind of information to their end user. So this is what the four important points what we get as a part of this problem statement. So similar type to this, I hope the concept is clear to you. Similar type to with this, you need to open your project. With respect to project, you need to perform your first phase. That first phase we are calling as at what? Analysis phase. Okay, so that is what SRS part I have shown to you. Given problem statement, how to convert the problem statement into an SRS part. That is what software requirement specification part. So you have your project title with you. Now your job is to write down the problem statement properly, the way I have written, the way I have shown to you. If you need, I'll share the sample certificate with you also, just like ATM machine, what I did. So your job is to write the proper problem statement, the first step. Second is you need to draw an algorithm for the same. Now I will focus you how to show you the algorithm. So I will continue with the same example. Any doubt there so far, whatever we are doing? Any doubt? Please let me know. No reply. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now what I have assigned to you, open your project title. With respect to project title, complete your first step, problem statement. Write down detailed description, just like I have shown to you. Detailed description. The problem statement given to me was ATM machine, just to draw an ATM machine or just to develop an ATM machine. But with respect to ATM machine, I have written the detailed description. Writing a detailed description, we are just saying that trying to write and complete SRS part. But in SRS, we need to focus further on different types of requirements like functional requirement, non-functional requirement. That part we will do in upcoming slides. So at this moment, just write down the problem statement properly for your given project title. That is what your first step. Second step is one, you need to write algorithm for the same. So how we are going to write an algorithm for the given steps? Can anyone? What are the steps expected in algorithm? The simple steps with respect to ATM problem. Okay. Now considering one operation from the ATM bank. So with reference to operations, now we need to further divide the problem statement into different functionalities or different operations. And based on the different operations, we need to perform the algorithm part and we need to complete the flowchart part. Now from the ATM side, I will take a simple application, simple functionality, that is what? Withdraw. So withdraw cash from the ATM. So how will be my algorithm for the same? The simple, the first step will be go to ATM, that is visit the ATM. Second, insert your card into the machine. Again, depending on the type of applications, whether you are just swapping the card or whether you are keeping your card inside the machine. But in our case, we should maintain our card inside. We should able to retain the card inside the machine till the transaction is get completed. So insert your card, keep your card into the machine, then press your code, that is enter the PIN, personal identification number. So that will be remain as a 4 transactions. Sorry, that will be remain in 4 digits. Can anyone tell me why there is a limit of four digits? Anyone? You all are having ATM cards with you using since last so many years. You might have got again different banks scenarios also. Why they are keeping the number as a 4 digits only? Or is anything special related to that 4 digit? Anyone? Yes, guys, I have asked you the simple question. In case of ATM, it is always a 4-digit PIN. Why the number is 4? You can make it for more security purpose, 6-digit, 8-digit.
Because it is easy to remember, maybe.
Though it is easy to remember, it itself is having one disadvantages. If easy to remember, it's easy to
Yes, yes.
crack also even.
Yeah. Some banks have the 6 number,
Some
I
banks
think.
have 6 numbers.
PIN.
Any example? Means have you seen six digit pin? ATM pin I am
No,
talking.
I just read about it.
Okay. Okay. It might not be case. Suppose example I am saying that ATM password, that pin is 1234. There is one always provision. If you see the ATM card, whatever the information browser coming with that ATM card, it is mentioned that in case of any emergency, if you enter your pin in reverse order, suppose my password is 1234 and if I entered my pin as 4321, that ATM machine starts making big noise and the doors of the ATM machine where the actual that ATM machine is mounted, that part is installed, that the door of that cabin is get locked and that ATM machine sends an emergency message to the nearest police station and no cash will come. That was the security provision made by default with your pin. Whatever pin you set, suppose you said, sir, my pin is 1111, whatever may be the reverse order, it will not accept in that case. So try to make a proper combination of your pin. You can read this information, whatever the ATM card is with you. Whenever you will get a time, just read that provision with respect to your personal identification number, that is PIN. So we are reading about the algorithms. So press your pin, then select an option called as a withdraw, that is choose withdraw and enter amount you expect. Next, take the cash, slip, card and clear the transaction. This is what the algorithm for withdraw. Now, once you have done with an algorithm, this algorithm means simply steps you are writing in words. The same part we will convert it into a diagram. The diagram we are calling as what? Flow chart. This next part is flow chart. So this is symbols, different notations we are using. We call simple symbols, notations to represent a particular actions. So this is what I am writing with start. First step as in go to the ATM, insert your card, press your pin, that is code, choose the amount, means select, or you can write an amount also, which amount you want to withdraw. Once it get the completed, you can take the cash, take the slip, take the card and complete the transaction. End. Again, if you want to go for one more transaction, select here want to continue. If yes, again performing this transaction, or else you can end the activity. So this is the simplest way to perform the transactions related to your bank withdraw option. I hope this part is clear. Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what is your task? Your task is very simple. Okay. I have shared one link on group where you need to submit the three parts with respect to your project only. Yeah? There may be multiple copies, doesn't matter. There may be multiple copies, but that you can take with simplest scenario. The first part, what I am saying, then with reference to your problem statement, sorry, project title, complete the problem statement, draw an algorithm. There may be different algorithms, and doesn't matter. Just like in case of my ATM example, I have shown you only the part to withdraw. So similar may be there for deposit, similar may be there for check the balance, similar may be there for online transactions without going, means without taking cash from the bank to bank directly, ATM to ATM directly. That can be also possible. So identify that and draw a separate flowchart, separate algorithm for each and every activity that will be expected to perform in your problem statement. Is this clear? In this way, we are trying to focus on designing parts. So designing is nothing but just simple solution parts, and analysis we are trying to understand what the problem customer is facing. That's why we are calling that as a problem statement. So all of you are expected to perform this for remaining one hour time. So you all allowed it to upload whatever the task you will do up before 1 p.m. You need to upload these all parts. I have shared the link. I hope you all got the link on our group. Yes or no? You got the message? Okay. So the task is clear. Remaining whatever the time you have right now, you can leave the meeting and you need to submit this before Okay. So those who will complete the task before 5 p.m. today only and will submit the data, whatever related to this on the particular link, those attendance only I will consider for today's session. If any doubt, please let me know. आज तुम्हाला 5 वाजेपर्यंत ह्या तिन्ही स्टेप कंप्लीट करायच्या तुमच्या प्रोजेक्ट रिलेटेड, आणि जे काही तुम्ही काम कराल ते फक्त ह्या लिंकवर शेअर करा. जस्ट अपलोड युअर टास्क. त्याच्यासाठी कुठलेही सॉफ्टवेअर लागत नाही, काही नाही. हे तुम्ही इझिली नोटपॅड मध्ये करू शकता किंवा तुमच्या वर्डपॅड, तुमच्याकडे जे काही ऑप्शन्स अवेलेबल आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही करू शकता. काय काय करायचंय तुम्हाला, फक्त तुमच्या प्रोजेक्ट टायटल मधून प्रॉब्लेम स्टेटमेंट डिफाईन करायचंय, त्याच्यासाठी अल्गोरिदम ड्रॉ करा आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्याच्यासाठी फ्लोचार्ट तुम्ही ड्रॉ करा. फ्लोचार्टचे सिम्बॉल माहिती आहेत सगळ्यांना, अल्गोरिदमचं कन्सेप्ट माहिती आहे. प्रॉब्लेम स्टेटमेंट कसं लिहायचंय मी आता तुम्हाला एटीएमच्या एक्झाम्पल पासून सांगितलंय. आय होप एव्हरीथिंग इज क्लिअर. इफ एनी डाऊट क्वेरी देअर, प्लीज लेट मी नो, or else you can leave the meeting and you can start working on this. If any problem, any doubt, you can call me. Is this clear? Reply something yes, no. Yes sir. Okay, we'll take a pause here. Now you continue your task with respect to your project.